Hi students, welcome back to our session. Today's session we are going to discuss compound interest without using formula. In that we are going to see exercise 2b. Here we have the first question. A manufacturer estimates that his machine depreciates. So here depreciates, it is nothing but, for example, when we are going to construct a building, here goes on, the strength of the building, it is going to be decrease, it is not going to be increase. Same here, when we are going to manufacture a machine, years goes on, the value of that particular machine, it is going to be decrease. So here the decrease percentage, we have 15 percentage of its value at the beginning of the year. So every year 15% it is going to be decrease. Find the original value. We need to find out the original value of the machine if it's depreciates by rupees 5355 during the second year. So this is what they have given the condition. Now if you look at this, just I am going to write here rate of depreciation. Rate of depreciates is equal to 15% of its value. Okay, now here we don't know that original value of the machine, so I can take here, let x be the original value of the machine, original value of the machine, and the next here machine. Next here at the end of the second year, at the end of the second year, the depreciates value they have given is equal to rupees 5355. Now let me find the value of the original value of the machine. First here, the first year depreciation is equal to they have given here 15% of its value. So here value we have taken it as x. So I can write here 15 divided by 100 into x. So it is nothing but 15x divided by 100. Now this is at first year depreciation. Now we need to calculate the value of the machine at the beginning of the second year. Value of the machine at the beginning of the second year. At the beginning of the second year. So in this, here the original value minus the depreciation, the value what we will get the left over here, it is going to be beginning of the second year. Original value minus first year depreciation. First year depreciates. So here the original value we have taken here, it is x, right? And I am going to write here x minus, here we have first year depreciation, it is 15x by 100. So 15x divided by 100. So in this what we need to do, we need to take LCM. So 100x minus 15x divided by 100. So it is nothing but 85x divided by 100. So this is the value of the machine beginning of the second year. So this is the beginning of the second year. Now here we need to find out the depreciation. Depreciates during the second year. During the second year is equal to, so 15% of the value of the machine. So 15% of value at the beginning of the second year. Value at the beginning of the second year. Usually we will carry that amount of the first year, it is going to be carried for the second year principal, right? So same here, the value of the second year machine here we need to take with the percentage, the depreciate percentage, it is 15%. So I can write here 15% of value of the beginning of the second year. It is nothing but 85x divided by 100. So which gives here 15 divided by 100 into 85x divided by 100. Okay, now here this is a depreciation during the second year. In the question they have given the second year depreciate value is equal to the second year depreciate value is equal to rupees 5355 rupees. Now here this is at equation 1 and this is the equation 2. Both I am going to equating both the equations, Okay, now see here we found the depreciation for the second year, and here already this value they have given the depreciate value for the second year. So this both values we need to equate. So this is a first equation and this is a second equation. Now here both if we equate, what we will get here, 15 divided by 100 into 85x divided by 100 is equal to 5355 rupees. Now this let it be x here. Just I am going to take this 100 and this 100 to the opposite side. So here it will become 3555 into this division, here it will come multiplication. So 100 into 100 divided by, here we have 85. Now we need to take this 85 multiplication and here this multiplication 15. So the multiplication, here it will come division. Okay, so here numerator, here denominator. Now if we cancel, what we will get the value here, 185 is 85, and here how many times it is possible, 63 times. Okay, so 85 into 63 we will get here 5355 value. And the next here, when you take 5 3s are 15, 21 2 3s are 6, 1 3 is 3. Now again 1 5 is 5, 2 5s are 10. So left over here 21 into 2 into 100. So finally if you simplify 21 into 2, 42, we have one more 0 here, it is 20, so 3 zeros. So finally we got here 42,000, the x value. Actually what we have taken here, x, it is going to be stands for the original value of the machine. Therefore the original value of the machine, is equal to rupees 42,000. Okay, now we will move to the next question. Okay, now look at the second question. A man saves rupees 3,000 every year. So every year he is going to save the amount, the value it is 3,000 rupees, and invest it at the end of the year 10% compound interest. Calculate the total amount of his savings at the end of the 3 years. Now here solution. Now here first year, the end of the first year is equal to end of the first year. End of the first year amount is equal to rupees 3,000 rupees. So this is the end of the first year amount. Now this first year amount, it is going to be carry for the second year principal, because we have invested it for compound interest. So this is a second year principal. Now second year compound interest. Second year compound interest. is equal to principal into rate into time divided by 100. So here we have principal is equal to 3000 rupees. So 3000 into rate it is 10% and the time it is going to be carry for the first year 1 year divided by 100. Now here 2 zeros and 2 zeros it will get cancelled, so left over here 300 rupees. So this is a second year compound interest. Now here we need to calculate the amount of the second year is equal to principal plus second year principal plus second year compound interest. So second year principal we have 3000 rupees and here compound interest it is 300. So finally we got here 3300. So this is a second year amount. Now here at the end of the year he is going to save the amount save at the end of the second year, year is equal to 3000 rupees. Already here the compound interest is equal to, here we have 3300 plus saving amount 3000. If we add together we are going to get here 6300 rupees. So this is a amount at the end of the second year. This is amount of the second year, amount saves at the end of the second year. Amount at the end of second year. Second year is equal to, here we have 6300 rupees. Now here this it is going to be carried for the third year principal. So second year amount it is going to be carried for the third year principal. So it is nothing but 6300 rupees. Now we need to find out the compound interest for third year. Compound interest for third year is equal to principal into rate into time divided by 100. So here we have principal it is 6300 and we have rate is equal to 10%, 10 into next 1 year divided by 100. So here 2 zeros and 2 zeros it is going to be get cancelled, 630 rupees. So this is a compound interest. Now we need to find out the amount of third year. Amount of third year is equal to third year principal plus third year compound interest. So third year principal we have 6300 plus interest it is 630. So if we add, see here this is a third year principal and here this is a third year interest. So both if we add what we will get, 6930 rupees. So this is the amount of the third year. Actually we need to find amount at the end of the third year. Amount at the end of the third year is equal to, at the end of the third year is equal to amount of third year plus savings. So here amount it is 6930 rupees plus savings it is 3000. So if we add here 9930 rupees. So this is the amount at the end of the third year. Now look at the third question. A man borrows rupees 10,000 rupees at 5% per annum compound interest. So this is R and this value is going to be principal. And the next year for compound interest he repays 35% sum borrowed at the end of the first year. So end of the first year amount what we will get here, 35% he is going to repay and 42% of the sum borrowed at the end of the second year. So we need to calculate till end of the second year. At the end of the second year, 42% he will repay. Then after the leftover amount, again we need to calculate it for end of the third year. So how much must he pay at the end of the third year in order to clear the debt? That we need to find. So here just I am going to write the given conditions here. Solution. So first condition here, we have principal is equal to rupees 10,000 rupees, and here 5% rate, and time period it is for 1 year, okay, because we have taken here compound interest. So 35% of sum he is going to 35% of the sum borrowed at the end of the first year. 35% of sum at the end of the first year. End of first year he is going to repay. So this is he repays 35% of sum at the end of the first year, and next here we have 42% of sum at the end of the second year. After repaying the leftover amount, we need to calculate for the third year. At the end of the third year, how much he has to pay, that we need to calculate to clear the debt. Now here principal is equal to rupees 10,000, 5% rate, time period it is 1. First we will calculate for first year. Now here the compound interest for first year. Compound interest for first year. So here compound interest for first year is equal to P into R into T divided by 100. So we have here principal it is 10,000 and the rate is 5%, time period it is for 1 year divided by 100. Now if you look at this, 2 zeros and 2 zeros it will get cancelled, so 500 rupees. So this is a compound interest for first year. Next here we need to calculate amount. So amount is equal to principal, first year principal plus first year compound interest. So principal we have here 10,000 plus 500. So you will get amount is equal to 10,500. So in this, see here 35% of his sum of at the end of the first year. So this is a amount at the end of the first year. So this amount he is going to repay. So here amount at end of the first year is equal to, at the end of the first year is equal to first year. We have here 10,000, here this is the amount, right? So we need to calculate here amount left to be paid is equal to amount left to be paid is equal to, here we are going to take 35% from the total amount. So total amount it is 10,500. From this we are going to subtract the 35% of 10,500 rupees. So in this amount 35% he is going to repay at the end of the first year. So 10,500 minus 35 divided by 100 into 10,500. So in this 2 zeros it will get cancelled. Here 10,500 minus, if you simplify here we will get 3,675. So that final amount is equal to 6,825 rupees. So this is amount left to be paid at the end of the first year. So here this is amount end of the first year. Now we have here 6,825. Here you can write amount left to be paid. amount left to be paid at the end of the first year. So here the first year amount it is going to be carry for the second year principal, it is 6825. Now we need to find out the compound interest for second year is equal to P into R into T divided by 100. So here if we calculate 6825 into rate, we have here 5 into time, it is 1 divided by 100. Okay, now here if we multiply 5 5s are 25, 5 2 remainder, 5 2s are 10, 12 2 remainder 1, 8 5s are 40, 40 plus 1 41, 4 remainder, 6 5s are 30, plus 4 34, 34,125 divided by 100 you will get. So here I can keep the decimal place here. So this is a compound interest amount for the second year. So compound interest for second year is equal to compound interest for second year is equal to rupees 341.25. Okay, now here we need to calculate amounts. So here amount of the second year, amount of the second year is equal to second year principal plus second year compound interest. Second year principal we have rupees 6825 plus interest we have here rupees 341.25. if you add both you will get rupees here this it is 6,000.25 and next here 5 plus 1 it is 6, 4 plus 2 it is 6 and 3 plus 8 plus 3 it is 11, 1 remainder here it is 7. So we will get here 7,166.25 rupees. So this is the amount left to be paid. Amount left to be paid at the end of the second year. So here second year is equal to, in this condition here the man pay 42% of 7,166.25. So what we will get here, 42 divided by 100 into 7166.25, 7,166.25. So both if you multiply what we will get here, 3,009.825. So this is the amount he is going to repay. So in the total we have total amount, it is second year amount, the total amount minus repay the amount. Okay, so both if we subtract what we will get here, 7,166.25 minus 3,009.825. So both if we subtract we are going to get here 4,156.425. okay, so here this is the amount what is that amount, it is left over, it has to be paid at the end of the second year. Next here, so in this compound interest for third year is equal to compound interest for third year is equal to so here we have second year leftover amount, it is 4,156 156.425. So this it is going to be carry for the third year principal, and we have rate is equal to 5%. I can write here compound interest for third year is equal to P into R into T divided by 100. So here we have the principal, it is 4,156.425 into rate, it is 5%. We will calculate for 1 year divided by 100. So if we simplify, we will get here 207.82125. okay, amount is equal to so here third year principal plus third year compound interest. So here third year principal we have 4,156.425 plus compound interest, it is 207.82125. So if you add both this, we are going to get here 4,364.24625. So therefore, to clear the debate, he has to pay at the end of the third year is equal to at the end of the third year is equal to rupees 4,364.24625. So this is the amount what he has to pay to clear the debate at the end of the third year.